Hello, ladies and gentlemen. With great pleasure, I welcome all of you to the celebration and acknowledgement of achievement for our class of 2020 graduating seniors. We have all worked so hard to make it to this point, and we are all very grateful for the support that we have received from our guardians, our teachers, and our community. Thank you all so much for your attendance. Our 2020 graduating class has made many memories within the walls of North Wilkes High School, all of which will never be forgotten. Our experiences here at North Wilkes High School have guided us all towards the future contributions to our community and the world that we offer. With open arms, we accept the many challenges and obstacles that we will face as those who came before us have. Although our senior year was unexpectedly cut short, our lives are not. We will prosper, we will overcome, we will adapt. Most of all, we will appreciate and learn from the entirety of our high school time, including the year 2020. This story we are living will be recounted in future literary acknowledgments of our time. We can only hope and aspire to impress those who have led us to this point and improve the world in which we live in. So I say to the class of North Wilkes High School 2020, live on. Our guest speaker is responsible for all aspects of Wilkes County schools. He ensures that educational standards are being met by making day-to-day decisions about educational programs, spending, staff, and facilities. His duties also include making decisions about the future of our school system. His most important responsibility is to ensure the safety of the students and staff of Wilkes County schools. Mr. Byrd has worked in education for 25 years and is a Wilkes County native. He began his teaching career at the high school he graduated from, North Wilkes High School, in 1995. Since then, he has served in multiple capacities such as coach, assistant principal, and central office administration until ultimately becoming superintendent of Wilkes County Schools in January of 2016. He holds a bachelor's degree in history and secondary education from Appalachian State University, a master's degree in school administration from Gardner-Webb University, and educational specialist degree from Appalachian State University. Mr. Byrd is an effective leader who understands the value of building relationships. He always puts the needs of our students, staff, and community first. He is very active in our schools and can be found interacting with students and staff often. He is a passionate educator and an avid advocate for public education. Please join me in welcoming Wilkes County Schools Superintendent, Mr. Mark Byrd.
Members of the North Wilkes Class of 2020 and family members. Let me first say what an honor it is to be here with you to celebrate this tremendous accomplishment in your life. As Superintendent of Wilkes County Schools, it's always special to get to speak at a graduation, but as someone who graduated from North Wilkes High School 30 years ago, this is extra special for me. Again, thank you and congratulations. Graduates, so many conversations have already been held about what a worldwide pandemic called COVID-19 has taken from you. And I would never downplay the many things that you've lost, whether proms, sports seasons, or a normal ending to your senior year. However, it's not fair to you for people to say this virus will define the class of 2020, as that is simply not the case. Your accomplishments prior to March of 2020 and beyond will be what defines you as a class, not what took place during this pandemic. My question to each of you is what would have been said about the class of 2020 if we had never heard of the coronavirus. That is what your legacy will be as a senior class, and your legacy as an individual will be determined by what you accomplish beyond your days at North Wilkes High School. So moving forward, no matter what you plan to be in life, simply be the best that you can possibly be. Whether a doctor, a minister, a mom, a police officer, or the governor of North Carolina, strive to work to your potential and surround yourself with people who want the best for you. When you face adversity, and you will, always think back to your senior year of high school, when you did not let a worldwide pandemic prevent you from graduating. And when people talk about the North Wilkes High School class of 2020, make sure that you and your class are remembered for what you accomplished after high school, not something that occurred during the last few weeks that you were in high school. COVID-19 has made our world very difficult for some people, but the North Wilkes class of 2020 has the potential to make this a better place for us all. Again, thank you. You've made us all very proud, and I look forward to hearing of your great accomplishments for many years to come.
Class of 2020, where to even begin? Well, we can start off by saying thank you to the students, parents, friends, and staff who made these 4 years everything that they were. We never thought we would get here, quite literally, considering the circumstances of this year. However, we're not here to talk about that, but rather the time we spent here at North High.
So let's start with what we thought would be the most traumatizing year of our lives, freshman year. Oh yeah, Becca, do you remember getting pushed down the steps the very first day?
How could I forget? There were so many people, and I just started to walk down, and then bam, I was at the bottom. Well, at least no one laughed at me.
Well, that just goes to show you that going from being the top dogs in middle school back down to the bottom of the food chain in high school was a bit of an adjustment. But like always, we made it through and started to find our place in this brand new school.
Next up is our sophomore year. At this point, we were becoming more comfortable with our new surroundings, and North Wilkes was starting to feel like home. Oh, and did we mention that our girls' varsity basketball team went all the way to the state finals that year? That was one experience that will never be forgotten. Everyone showed out and supported our little small hometown team as they went out to experience a game of a lifetime.
Junior year. Now it was our time to shine. But being at the top once again came with its own responsibilities. For example, having to start our dreaded graduation projects and having to prepare to take our ACTs. But of course, the class of 2020 pulled through, and we were prepared for anything that senior year would throw at us. Well, maybe not exactly.
Finally, we end with our senior year, and to say the least, none of us were prepared for what was in store. I think it all really hit home when we started discussing the virus known as COVID-19 in our civics and economics class. At the time, none of us ever thought it would reach our home here in Wilkes. It all sort of took a downward spiral from there. First, all spring sports practices were canceled, which soon followed that they were canceled indefinitely. This really hit us hard, and we truly got to see the impact on each individual. Rachel being a track athlete and myself being an editor on our yearbook staff, we both felt the impact but experienced it differently. Unfortunately, it didn't stop there. The following week, we were told we would not return to school. However, as a Viking, we hoped for a chance to return to the halls of North High one last time. Due to the circumstances of the virus, we were unable to return.
However, that did not stop our school and community. The staff of North Wilkes did everything to show support for us as seniors. We even got banners with our senior photos on them that we got to see during a drive-through celebration. Attending this celebration, we all got to see the true meaning of being a Viking. Being a Viking means you are in a family that shows you love and support in your time of need, and that's what this year's seniors received in an exponential amount.
If you remember nothing else about this speech to the class of 2020, we are strong and we've beaten the odds that have been thrown at us. So always remember,
Once a Viking, always a Viking. H-Town forever.
Hello everyone, and thank you for being here. This has been one of the most interesting years of school we've ever experienced, if not the most. Graduation has been something we have each looked forward to for so long, and with the things going on right now, we were sure we wouldn't experience it. I'm thankful to be sharing this moment with the class of 2020 right now. To many of us here today, this is such an important time. We are here together, finally finishing our high school experience. Hours spent in the hallways and classrooms of North Wilkes High School, playing sports, having concerts, and being with friends. Looking back, I don't think that I would take that time and spend it anywhere else. Memories are the foundation of the people that we will come to be and the people that we already are. There is no better time than now to remember all of those things that shaped us into who we are. No one expected high school to end like this for us, but at the same time, we are finishing the same way past generations have. We made it to graduation. The next chapter in our story is just beginning. Some of us will go to college, some will go straight to work, and some are going to go on adventures that I know will be so rewarding. It can be really scary to think of these things, taking so much time to prepare and still facing uncertainty. We are all capable, though, of figuring out our lives. I have total confidence in this group of people with me today that they will do great things with their lives, and I know that they won't take any opportunity for granted. Henry David Thoreau once said, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined." Class of 2020, I know this may seem like something out of reach. The world around us is changing, and we are in a place where we don't know what is next. But we do know that we've always wanted our lives to go a certain way, and all we can do now is take what we have been given and run with it. The final thing I want to give to everyone here is a quote from Will Ferrell, but it isn't one that I'll regret as a joke in bad taste later in life. He told another graduating class this quote, and I don't think I could put it a better way. Enjoy the process of your search without succumbing to the pressure of the result. Trust your gut, keep throwing darts at the dartboard, don't listen to the critics, and you'll figure it out. Thank you all so much, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Cynthia Jaleesa Alonzo Cabrera. Chastity Marie Anderson. Christopher Blake Anderson Byrd, in absentia. Matthew Paul Bale, cum laude. Michael Lester Bell, Jr., cum laude. Richie Gage Bell, in absentia. Samantha Gabrielle Bell. Ashley Nicole Benton, cum laude, in absentia. Abigail Nicole Billings, magna cum laude. Cody Wayne Billings. Devin Craig Billings, cum laude. Camden Cole Billings. Lindsay Morgan Billings, cum laude, in absentia. Brenna Grace Blankenship. Keldon Brooke Bolin. Madison Blake Brewer. Ariana Gabrielle Brooks, magna cum laude, in absentia. Seth Daniel Brookshire, in absentia. Chloe Elizabeth Brown, cum laude, in absentia. Christopher Bobby Brown, in absentia. Caleb Devontae Buck. Abby Simone Byrd, summa cum laude. Drake Allen Byrd. Madison Avery Byrd, cum laude. Michael Everett Call. Nathaniel Bryant Childers, cum laude. Monty Cole Chipman, cum laude, in absentia. Zaylen Dean Chumian, in absentia. Dylan Wayne Church, in absentia. Trenton Ray Church, cum laude. Cody Jean Clary, in absentia. Christopher Shane Colbert. Mary Lee Dare Combs, summa cum laude. Ivy Bryn Cook. Luke Delton Cothran, in absentia. Charlie Paul Dillard. Kylie Marie Dillard. Katie Marie Duke. Cole Michael Edwards, magna cum laude. Michaela Brooke Eggers, in absentia. Hannah Michelle Elliott, summa cum laude. Victoria Lillian Elliott. Haley Elizabeth Ellis. Houston Blake Fall, in absentia. Ethan Scott Gamble. Ethan Paul Garland. Austin Cody Gilbert, in absentia. Catherine Grace Goloszewski, cum laude, in absentia. Lino Antonio Ramirez Gomez, in absentia. Emily Michelle Goss. Cameron James Green, in absentia. Kaylin Rose Glenn, summa cum laude, in absentia. Danielle Faith Hammond, cum laude, in absentia. Taylor Elizabeth Harold, summa cum laude. Alex Edward Hawkins. David Ashley Hawkins. Caitlin Elizabeth Hayes, cum laude. Kevin Hernandez Posada, cum laude, in absentia. Susanna Hernandez Rubio, in absentia. Keaton Brett Hincher, summa cum laude. Helen Nicole Holbrook, cum laude. Matthew Gray Holloway, in absentia. Grace Marie Horn, cum laude, in absentia. Justin Nicholas Howe. Christian Tyler Howe. Trent Allen Huffman. Austin Matthew Johnson, cum laude. Elijah Dane Johnson, cum laude. Ian Samuel Johnson, cum laude, in absentia. Nathan Scott Johnson, cum laude, in absentia. Seth Alexander Johnson, cum laude, in absentia. Samuel James Johnston, cum laude, in absentia. Aiden Grace Jolly. Adam Benjamin Key, in absentia. Charles William Key. Tristan Connor Klutz. Tyler Lee Lackey, in absentia. Ariel Lagunas. Tessa Nicole Langford, cum laude. Philip William LaPrade Jr., cum laude, in absentia. Isaac Ryan Lassiter, in absentia. Nikolai Joseph Likens, in absentia. Elizabeth Ann Martin, cum laude. Trey Matthew McClellan. Abigail Shay McMahon, cum laude. Tanner Ian Medley, cum laude. Brandon Isaac Miley, cum laude. Haley Brooke Miller, magna cum laude. Zachary Robert Minard, in absentia. Richard Dakota Mitten, in absentia. Felipe Antonio Morales Murillo, in absentia. Grace Riley Morgan, summa cum laude. Isaiah Ray Myers. Stephen Lee Myers, cum laude. Nathan Geraldo Pacheco Reyes, in absentia. Austin Nathaniel Perry. Anna Lee Phillips, summa cum laude. Justin Allen Poplin, cum laude, in absentia. Alexa Jeanette Portilla. Giovanni Alberto Portilla. Christian Dominic Wrench, in absentia. Kaylee Grace Rourke. Carrie Ann Aslan Roberts, magna cum laude. Terry Allen Roberts, in absentia. Hannah Marie Rollins, summa cum laude. Olivia Madison Root. Rebecca Ann Root, summa cum laude. Edith Tanya Rosales, cum laude. Ashton Nicole Ross. Jesse Dale Roten, in absentia. Savannah Mackenzie Roten. Savannah Joe Royal, magna cum laude. Faith Renee Rutherford. Alejandro Rubalcaba Berrigan, in absentia. Jesus Gerardo Sanchez. Evan Robert Sathry, in absentia. Lucia Maria Saucedo. Patty Danielle Shelton, in absentia. Allison Faith Shoemate, cum laude. Cole Garrett Shoemate, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Shea Shoemate, cum laude. Tracy Blaine Shoemate. Christian Brian Sidden, cum laude. Madison Mariana Singleton, cum laude, in absentia. Noah Elisha South, in absentia. Chastity Brooke Stamper, summa cum laude. Damian Joseph Stanley, cum laude. James Watson Stykes, in absentia. Logan Haywood Stuckey. Cameron Scott T. Alexia Diamond Transu. Morgan Landry Tribble, summa cum laude. Hannah Noel Triplett, summa cum laude. Cynthia Velasquez, in absentia. Brandon Scott Vickers. Hannah Bella Vickers, cum laude. Patrick Dale Vickers. David Scott Wagner. Joshua Dwayne Wagner, in absentia. Jake Thomas Walker, cum laude. Robert Lyle Watkins, cum laude, in absentia. Philip Bryant Wilburn. Zebulon Jake Wilcox. Kaylee Tristan Wiles, summa cum laude, in absentia. Terrence Alexander Williams, in absentia. Caitlin Tiana Wilson. Adam Evan Daniel Weinbarger, in absentia. Savannah Brooke Wingler. Rachel Nicole Winkler, summa cum laude. Lisa Ann Winters.
Wow, what a year! 2020 has been a wild roller coaster to conclude our high school experience on. Our 4 years at North Wilkes High School seem to have passed by in the blink of an eye, and now we are moving on to the next stages of life.
Whether that be going off to college, entering the workforce, or something else, we are all about to take a leap into the great unknown. As we start spreading our wings and gaining more independence, I think it is very important to remember not to rush through life and to live in the moment as we begin to take the world by storm. Over the course of my high school experience, there were a lot of missed opportunities that I wished I had taken advantage of. I found myself going through the motions at times or focusing on things that weren't as important as making priceless memories. Instead of spending 6 hours doing Mr. Green's anchors the night before they were due, I wish I had taken more time for other things like hanging out with friends and spending time with my family. A lot of people might find that really funny that someone like me regrets taking school too seriously, but it's true. My high school GPA turned out that it wasn't the end-all be-all that I thought it was. I don't mean to say that doing well in school wasn't important, but a balanced life is key. In addition to being consumed by scholastic success, I also struggled with going through the motions rather than seizing the day. There were way too many hours that I wasted on Netflix, YouTube, and lately especially TikTok. It is very easy to slip into a bad rut that starts feeling more like a chasm. I am not using this speech to give generic life coach advice. I genuinely want to express the importance of taking a step back and assessing your life and what you want to make of it. A lot of people just want to work their 9-to-5 shift and make a decent living, and there's really nothing wrong with that. But what is it all for? Traditional measures of making a good, successful life are things like job titles with doctor and 6-figure salaries. But to me, none of that matters in the grand scheme. People shouldn't be living to work. We only work so that we can live life to the fullest. As we say farewell to our high school years, I just want to stress the importance of using our high school experience as a springboard for the next steps in our lives. Keep chasing your dreams and goals, but don't squander making memories for overtime or more dollars. Take that spontaneous vacation. Go visit your friends and family, and in today's current times with masks and social distancing, of course. Go learn that new skill. Just please don't get complacent in life. The sands of time slip through our fingers frighteningly fast. Just as 4 years flew by, so will a decade just as easily. As said in Pink Floyd's great song, Time, every year is getting shorter, never seem to find the time. Plans that either come to naught or half a page of scribbled lines. Hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way. The time is gone, the song is over, thought I'd something more to say. To conclude this overly drawn out message, time is the scarcest resource that we have. Don't waste it.
Congratulations, Class of 2020. I know we have all waited a little longer for this event, but all great things are worth waiting for. I want you all to know how excited I am about the future. As you go out into the real world, you are a great group of people. Your class possesses the ability and motivation to make a positive impact in the world. You have already experienced a number of ups and downs that have prepared you for the tough times of life. There are a couple things that I hope you will keep in mind on your journey. One is to find happiness. Some of you are thinking you will find happiness when you buy that dream car, that dream house, or you get through school. But that's not always true. Happiness comes when you stop complaining about the troubles that you have and start being thankful for the troubles that you don't have. That quote has been claimed by several people. I'm not really sure who to give credit to, but I do believe it. Life is what you make of it. We all have the opportunity to be happy, no matter the troubles we have experienced or will experience. As you take your next steps in life journey, keep these things in mind. Being successful is being happy. Make no mistake, your happiness cannot be at the expense of others. We can all be successful and be happy together. So, as my final reminder to the class of 2020, you control a couple of important things that will help you be successful and happy: your work ethic and your attitude. I know you all expected that. Be a hard worker that strives to do the very best at every task in life. Keep a positive attitude on your journey. A positive attitude is a great first step to happiness. Thank you, class of 2020. Seniors, Please rise for your declaration of graduate. Class of 2020. By the power entrusted to me by the state of North Carolina, I now declare you graduates of North Wilkes High School. You may now move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2020. I hope you will always be a proud Viking alumni. Thank you.